Hey friends, Kyle here. It's been a few weeks, but they've been full weeks since I got to talk to you last. Since then, God's been doing some awesome work amongst and through the Liberti Bristol community. So I wanted to hop on here today and share some of those joys with you so that we could celebrate together. And if you can believe it, last time I was here, I was inviting you to join us Easter morning for a sunrise service down by the wharf in Bristol. Now, if you joined us, you got to see a multitude of people from a group of churches and from our neighborhood, all together worshiping the risen Son of God, just as the sun rose over the horizon. It was like layers of beauty. And adding to that was the honor that was shown to us at Liberty, as I was invited to participate via the preaching of the sermon that morning. And over 100 people from Bristol woke up and arrived for a 6:30 a.m. service. And through that experience, Liberty Bristol's numbers even grew as we met our neighbors and were able to invite them into our church community. So that was really cool. And Easter Sunday, it kind of served as a switch for our team. Liberti Bristol, we've been working hard in the background preparing for our launch this fall. But after that week, it feels like this machine really turned on. And so now we've been hard at work building our presence in Bristol, bringing awareness for the arrival of a new church in God's family, absolutely sold out for his gospel kingdom and intent on bringing its reality and blessing to the borough here. So one of the ways that we've seen God at work amongst us was through a Bristol event called Sunday Stroll. The next one's June 9th, by the way. So because we strive to be locally invested, we were there set up with a tent to meet and serve families, and amongst the many families we met, one stood out. A woman and her young son approached us looking for prayer, a single parent feeling alone and hopeless in their just really heavy situation. And so we met someone who exemplified the kinds of people that God's called us to serve, overwhelmed young families. And as we prayed, she shared. And she told us that she had no family, so one of our people invited her into ours. Because we seek to be intentionally hospitable, 3 days later, this family is in one of our homes, and by Friday they were in another's. And because this woman experienced the kind of community that's motivated by Christ's model and teachings, she was motivated the next week to invite out others to experience the same kind of investment and hospitality that she had received. Man, it is wild to see these core values that God's given us play out and bear fruit in real time, but that's exactly what we should expect when we live not just in prayer, but in pursuit of the Lord's prayer and mission on earth as it is in heaven. So here's our updates as we head towards Launch Sunday this fall. Hey, since we last spoke, at least 10 new people have either visited or joined our community, with even more people in consideration. Our launch teams leaned into leadership, taking ownership of their ministry areas, and as a team, we're having regular meetings and workshops, physically preparing for a visible and tangible presence in Bristol. I'm actually recording right now from the space that we'll be transforming into our worship gathering on Sunday mornings. We are so grateful for the team who's provided this to us. And you know, as we share what God's doing, others have partnered with us in provision, and the generosity we've have experienced as we seek to be generous in Bristol has been absolutely overwhelming. Like in the last 2 months alone, we've seen tens of thousands of dollars in commitments come in, and those projections put us so much closer to our budget goals. From that, we've been able to turn around and be generous to our neighbors in Bristol, be it things as simple as gas money or as serious as helping others with housing. There is so much need that we're encountering here in Bristol, but God's favor with God and with men has been evident, and that energy and that excitement is only going to continue as we try to keep up with God as he plants this next church here. On a personal note, Laura, Bryn, and I are doing really well. Actually, from the time that I'm filming, Bryn, my daughter, turns 1 year old, so mom and dad are celebrating that we've survived our first year of parenthood. We are so overjoyed at how far this little person has come from the sickness that she had when she was born to not just health now, but absolutely thriving at that. So hey, for those of you who are new to us, welcome. If you are checking us out for the first time, we encourage you to reach out, check us out online, learn more about us. You can reach out anyhow. But for those of us who have been here for a while, we're so grateful for all the ways you've been behind us. Keep supporting us in prayer. Consider partnering with us in provision. Be generous with us so that together we can continue to be generous to Bristol. Either way, you are so loved. And so until our next encounter, grace and peace.